Hi, this video is about the Caribou Mathematics Contest. I'm going to show the solution for the May 2014 Grade 11-12 Contest, question 21. Now the question is, if 1 plus 2 squared plus 3 cubed plus 4 to the power of n is a perfect square, how many possibilities are there for a whole number n? Alright, now let's simplify this sum. We have 1 plus 2 squared is 1 plus 4 is 5. Then we have 5 plus 3 cubed is 27, so 5 plus 27 is 32. And then we have 32 plus 4 to the power of n, which we know it must be a perfect square, which we will also call x squared. Alright, well, we don't know what x is, but we know that the right side is a perfect square. And in a perfect square, each prime factor must appear an even number of times. So now let's factorize the right side, which is 32 plus 4 to the power of n, as much as we can. Now the largest square that we can take out of 32 is 16, which can also be written as 4 squared, since we want perfect squares. (32) divided by 16 is 2. And now we have 4 to the power of n, but since we already have 4 squared here, we would do 4 to the power of n minus 2. So now we can take one more factor out, and that will leave us with 4 squared times 2 times, and in brackets 2 divided by 2 is 1, then plus, then we will do 2 to make a 4, product of 4, 2 plus 2, so we have 2 times 2, which is 4, which is also 4 to the power of 1, and therefore we will have plus 2 times 4 to the power of 1 less, which is n minus 3. Alright, now let's look at all the possibilities for n. Well, we know since the right side must be a perfect square, we know that n must be 0 or greater, because we can't have an integer and a fraction and having that sum be a perfect square. Now, the first case is that n is 3 or greater. Now here, it doesn't matter for n being 3 or greater, whatever that value is, because 2 times that whole number is an even number. Now, then we have that even number plus 1 is an odd number. And then that odd number does not have a factor of 2 in it. And here we have a perfect square. So this would all have to be a perfect square, but then we would only have one factor of 2, since this would be an odd number. So therefore we know that case 1, there are no possibilities for n, which means there are no possibilities for n being 3 or greater. Now, the only other possibilities are that n is 0, 1, or 2. Now, let's substitute in n being 0. 4 to the power of 0 is 1, because anything to the power of 0 is 1. So 32 plus 1 is 33, but 33 is not a perfect square. So let's move on to 1. 4 to the power of 1 is 4, and 32 plus 4 is 36, and 36 is a perfect square. So far we have one possibility for n, which is n equals to 1. Now the only other possibility for n is if n were 2. Now 4 to the power of 2, 4 squared is 16, 32 plus 16 is 48, but 48 is not a perfect square. So the only possibility for n to make this a perfect square is 1. N equals 1. Now, out of curiosity, let's check if this equation works by substituting in n equals 1. Now we have 1 minus 3 is minus 2, and that would be 4 to the power of minus 2 is 1 over 4 to the power of 2, which is 16. So 1 over 16 times 2 is 1 over 8. 1 over 8 plus 1 is 9 over 8. 9 over 8 times 2 is 9 over 4. And 9 over 4 times 4 is 9. Times another 4 is 36. So we get the exact same answer. 36 is equal to x squared. Therefore, we know that there's only one possibility for n, which is n equals to 1. If you'd like to know more about this contest, please feel free to visit our website at www.brocky.ca/caribou.